For example, there's a piece in this book about the adjective Orwellian that was written on the 50th anniversary of Orwell's death last year in the New York Times. Now, in the 50 years since then, that has actually become the most common adjective in English that's based on the name of a modern writer. In the press and the internet, it's more common than Kafkaesque, Hemingway-esque, and Dickensian put together. It's even more common than Machiavellian, which, after all, had a 500-year head start. That isn't a tribute to Orwell's literary luster, unfortunately. I mean, the adjective doesn't commemorate Orwell the writer, Orwell the socialist thinker, Orwell the man. It commemorates the author of just 3 works, Animal Farm, 1984, and the essay Politics and the English Language. In fact, the name Orwell itself has become less of a biographical designation than a stand-in for a certain idea about the flagrant abuse of political language. You know, if you drive around, particularly in the Bay Area, you see this bumper sticker that says Bush and Orwell in 2004. And I understand what they're trying to get at, but it seems unfair to Orwell. So that adjective evokes a very common idea of the way language is used to deceive and to manipulate, an idea of the functions of political euphemism and doublespeak. It's the adjective that immediately comes to mind when we hear a phrase like collateral damage or tree density reduction for clear cutting, with the implication that language is the accomplice of a kind of totalitarian mindset and totalitarian system. It conjures up these images of newspeak and these bleak specters of Oceana in 1984. And curiously, in fact, it's outlived the specters of totalitarianism. I tracked the frequency of the word in the press not long ago, and it began to become common in the 50s and 60s, became more and more common throughout the détente period. In the late 1980s, early 1990s, when communism was crumbling, you'd figure that Orwellian would crumble as well, but it has actually increased in frequency over the last decade.